God says, "Your mother who is in heaven has been trying to connect with you since yesterday. She wants to tell you something very important. Open this message immediately before 11:59 p.m. This is her last message for you. My child, listen carefully. This moment is sacred. Your mother, resting in my eternal light, has reached out from heaven with words only your spirit can fully understand. She has been with me, yet her heart has been drawn to you with urgency. This is not a dream. This is not your imagination. This is divine. Heaven has tried again and again since yesterday to whisper something to your heart. But now her voice, through my will, is echoing through this message, and you must hear it before it is too late. If you turn away or skip this, you may miss the very message she cried out to deliver her final words, her final prayer for you. Comment, Amen, if you feel her presence reaching out to you right now. Her voice is not far. It is here, and it's time to listen. She needs you to know something very important. Not just for comfort, not just for peace, but for direction, for breakthrough, for clarity you've been begging me for in your prayers. Her heart has not rested fully because there is something left unsaid, something she's been trying to speak into your life since yesterday. The veil between heaven and earth has been thinned by my hand, just so this truth can reach you before 11:59 p.m. After that, this door closes. Not because I am cruel, but because my timing is holy. She wants you to know you are not alone. Even when you feel forgotten, even when it seems like no one on earth understands the weight you carry, heaven knows, I know, and your mother knows. She has seen the battles you're facing, the fear, the confusion, the questions you don't dare speak aloud. She has seen your tears in the night, the moments you pretend to be strong for others, but crumble when no one is watching. And she has whispered your name before my throne. Let me tell you this, she has asked me to bless you with strength you didn't know you had. And today, by her request, I am doing just that. I am sending a wave of healing over your heart. A peace that surpasses understanding is moving toward you now. Do not reject it. Do not let doubt speak louder than faith. Your mother's love is pure, and in heaven it has only grown stronger. She sees now what you cannot. She sees the danger I've protected you from. She sees the blessings coming. And she is crying out for you to trust me even when the path seems hidden. Comment 1111 if you believe she's near and if your heart is opening to what I am saying. You have asked me, God, are you still with me? You have wondered if the silence meant I left. But today I reveal this truth to you. I was with you in the silence, and your mother was too. She has walked beside you, unseen but never absent. Every time you felt an unexplained warmth, a sudden calm in the storm, that was me and her together, wrapping you in holy protection. She wants you to forgive yourself. This is part of the message she's begging me to get to you. The guilt you carry, the regrets that chase you, she sees them, but she does not hold them against you. She remembers your love. She knows your intentions. And most of all, she knows your heart. You are not too far gone. You are not broken beyond repair. You are chosen. You are loved. And heaven has not given up on you. If you're still reading, I want you to know this was no accident. I brought you here. I orchestrated this moment in divine timing. You needed to see this. Not tomorrow, not in a few hours, now, because heaven is on a timeline you cannot see, and I am fighting battles for you that you don't even know exist. She also wants you to stop blaming yourself for what you could not control. My child, not everything was your burden to carry. Not every moment of her suffering was your fault. Release the pain. Release the weight. I am healing the places you won't talk about. I am restoring the pieces of your soul you thought were too shattered to ever feel whole again. There's a reason your mother's message had to come through now. Because what you're about to walk into in the next few weeks is something she saw from heaven's gates, and she begged me to prepare you. There's a new chapter ahead, but before it begins, you need to let go of the chains holding you back. You need to hear her final words. I am proud of you. I never stopped loving you. I never will. My power is still with you. My angels are still around you. And no curse, no darkness, no lie of the enemy can stand against what I've spoken over your life. Your mother stood beside me and interceded for your breakthrough. That's how important you are to heaven. If this touched you deeply and you feel heaven's hand on you now, like this video to acknowledge her love and presence, that single act is your yes to the blessing she asked me to release on your life today. I am not finished speaking. This is only the beginning. What she came to say will unfold fully as you continue. You must stay, listen to every word, and open your heart completely. What she started in prayer, I will finish in power. You are not forgotten. You are not alone. Her love lives on through my spirit, and this message is my way of making sure you never again wonder if she still loves you. What secret did the FBI hide about your brain and money? They discovered a phrase just 9 words long that flips a switch in your mind to attract wealth without effort. It's already changed the lives of thousands of people in just weeks. If you're seeing this, you're lucky the page might disappear any moment. Click the link in the description and comments to know this secret before it's deleted forever. She knows what you're about to face. And she cried out to me, Lord, don't let my child go through this alone. That's why you're here. That's why this moment matters. I have honored her request and brought you to this divine intersection between the seen and unseen. What happens next will depend on how you receive what I'm saying. She wants you to know your pain has not been wasted. Every tear, every sleepless night, every lonely moment has been seen, counted, and held by me. She knows the days you looked at the sky and asked, "Can you hear me?" She heard you, and I did too. I captured those tears, and they became prayers in heaven. Don't ever believe that your cries went unheard. Heaven moves when your heart breaks. That's how much you mean to me. That's how much you mean to her. She remembers the promises you made, the ones you whispered over her casket, the ones you were too broken to keep. But listen closely, she doesn't blame you. She understands. And today she's asking me to lift that burden from your shoulders. You've carried guilt like it's part of your identity. But guilt is not from me. That's the enemy trying to distort what I've already forgiven. You were never meant to live your life chained to what you couldn't change. Your mother sees that now, and she wants you to see it too. Comment 222 if you trust that this is reaching you not by accident but by divine alignment. This is the hour for truth, not for hiding. You've asked me for clarity, and I'm giving it. She's been watching your heart drift between hope and doubt, between fire and fatigue. And she's been pleading with me, don't let them give up. So hear this from her, don't give up, don't you dare quit now. She sees how close you are to the breakthrough. You think everything is falling apart, but in heaven's view, things are falling into place. What feels like the end is actually me setting the stage for the next miracle. She also wants to remind you of who you used to be, the light in your eyes, the way you used to dream. Somewhere along the way, life dimmed that light. But today, I am reigniting it. I am breathing fresh fire into your soul. Because the battles you fought didn't kill you, they qualified you. And her message is part of the reward that follows the endurance you showed when no one else saw. You're wondering, God, why now? Why today? Because if this message reached you even a day later, the moment would have passed. The door that's open right now, the spiritual window that's been created by her prayers, would have closed. But she cried out yesterday, and I moved heaven's timing to reach you today. There is still time, but it is urgent. Before 11:59 p.m., you must release what's been choking your peace. Let go of the anger, the fear, the doubt. She is asking you no, begging you to step out of survival and into the life I designed for you. She has watched me protect you in ways you don't even realize. You've walked into places where darkness waited for you, and yet you walked out untouched, not because of luck, but because of angels I assigned to you, in her honor. She requested that I cover you, even when you didn't believe, and I did. I still do. Comment 333 if you're ready to declare faith over fear today. There is a letter she wrote in spirit, not with pen and ink, but with tears and praise in my presence. That letter is written across your life right now. Every line says, you are loved, you are strong, you are still mine. She wants you to stop living as if you're forgotten. I knit you in her womb with purpose. I designed your path long before pain ever touched your story. And while grief made you question it, my plan has never changed. This next season of your life is not just about healing, it's about rising. You were meant to rise. I placed resilience in your bones, strength in your breath, and fire in your spirit. And your mother saw that fire. She believed in it even when you didn't. That belief still echoes in heaven, and I'm using it now to stir your spirit back to life. You are going to dream again. You are going to smile without guilt. You are going to walk boldly into your calling. Let me remind you, her soul is not gone. She is with me, more alive than ever. And she has not stopped being your mother. She still intercedes for you. She still watches over you. She still fights for you from heaven. And I honor the prayers of the faithful. That's why you're protected. That's why you're still standing. Even when you thought you couldn't go on, it was her prayer and my hand keeping you from the fall. Don't ignore this. Don't wait to believe. I am sending this as a divine rescue. Because you are not just anyone, you are her child, and you are mine. I don't let go of what I created with love. You are surrounded by grace. You are wrapped in mercy. And you are being lifted right now into a new place of peace. Her final request was this: God, let my child know I never left them, not for a moment. So here I am, child, fulfilling that final request. Not with thunder, not with lightning, but with a whisper to your soul that says, you are seen, you are known, you are held. Listen with your heart. What she could not say with words, I now deliver with my spirit. Receive it, believe it, let it change you. A neuroscientist says yes, a 9-word script, long buried in government files, can fire up a prehistoric brainwave that pulls money in faster. This breakthrough is already under legal pressure and could disappear any second. Click the link in the description and comments before it's deleted forever. The hour is late, but there is still time. You are not too late. This message found you right on time, because I make no mistakes. She loved you fiercely on earth, but her love in heaven has become something even stronger, more eternal, more complete. That love is flowing now, reaching into the cracks of your heart that even you didn't know needed healing. Your mother is near. She is closer than your breath. And I, the Lord your God, am in the midst of this moment, moving gently yet powerfully over your soul. She needs you to hear this clearly now. You were her greatest gift. Through every season of her life, you were the miracle she held closest. She didn't always know how to say it, and sometimes life's pain clouded her ability to show it the way you needed. But in my presence, she has seen everything, your sacrifices, your loyalty, your brokenness. And if she could hold your face in her hands right now, she would say this with tears in her eyes. You didn't fail me. I see now, you loved me more than I ever realized. The words she couldn't speak in her final moments have been burning within her spirit. And now, through my mercy, I am releasing them to you. You need to stop punishing yourself. You've held yourself hostage with what-ifs and regrets. But her spirit is not holding that against you. She forgives you. Even more than that, she never needed to forgive you, because her love for you was never based on perfection. It was built on presence, on connection, on the eternal bond I placed between mother and child. Comment 555 if you feel a small piece of healing beginning to settle into your heart right now. She knows how hard it's been for you lately. You've been fighting silently. You've smiled through pain that would have broken others. You've shown strength in public while privately feeling like you're falling apart. She sees all of that now. And she wants you to know there is no shame in your struggle. You don't need to hide the cracks in your soul. I see them too, and I am pouring my light into them. What you thought disqualified you is exactly what I will use to anoint you. This is not the end for you. Do you hear me? This is not the chapter where you fall. This is the chapter where you rise. She believed in you then, and she believes in you now more than ever. And I, your Creator, have not changed my mind about your purpose. The calling over your life still stands. The enemy tried to silence it through grief. He tried to bury your hope under sorrow. But he underestimated the prayers of a mother, and he underestimated me. I am the God who brings life from ashes. I am the one who turns mourning into dancing. Your heart has been wrapped in grief long enough. She is not calling you to forget her, no. She is calling you to remember her with joy, not guilt. With gratitude, not pain. That's why I've allowed this moment. That's why her voice is breaking through the veil, not to haunt you, but to heal you. Not to bring you down, but to lift you up into the freedom she now lives in every day. She's been praying that you would stop walking through life numb, that you would feel again, laugh again, trust again. And I am answering that prayer right now. I am reviving what grief tried to destroy. Your emotions, your faith, your peace, they're not lost. They've just been buried under sorrow. But today, resurrection has come. This message is the stone rolled away from your heart's tomb. You've asked me, why did you take her? And while I know the answer won't fully ease your ache, I will speak this truth. I did not take her to hurt you. I brought her home to end her suffering. Her time on earth was complete, but your journey continues. That doesn't mean I love you less. It means I trust you more than you realize, because I know what I've put inside you. I know what you're capable of with my strength. Comment 1212 if you are ready to step into the peace that passes all understanding. Your mother's final message is one of hope. She wants you to look ahead, not in denial of what was lost, but in faith of what's to come. She sees the doors I'm about to open for you. She sees the people I'm removing from your path because they were sent to distract you. She sees the healing I am doing deep within your family, the restoration that's already underway. She wants you to stop looking back at the past, trying to change what cannot be undone. Instead, she is pointing you forward to the life she always dreamed for you, a life of joy, a life of purpose, a life wrapped in my promises. She doesn't want her absence to become your prison. She wants it to become your fuel, because she knows what I have prepared for you is greater than anything that's been lost. And now hear this from me, your God. I have seen the nights you couldn't sleep. I've counted every tear that stained your pillow. I know the battles no one else sees, and I am still with you. I have not walked away. Even when you doubted me, I stayed. Even when you were angry with me, I stayed. Because my love is not conditional. My covenant with you is sealed in blood and grace, not based on your strength but on my mercy. Could your brain be the reason you're still broke? Scientists just confirmed a 9-word sentence hidden deep in your subconscious may be blocking money from your life. But now you can reverse it. Say these 9 words and wealth starts to follow you starting today. But the government might pull this secret any minute. Click the link in the description and comments before it's deleted forever. She walked with you in the flesh for years. Now she walks with you in spirit from the halls of heaven. And I walk with you always, from within and around you. My spirit has never left your side. The angels I've assigned to you are not just standing, they're warring. They're protecting, guarding, guiding. Because you still have more to do, more to become. And the favor that is about to fall on your life will be undeniable. This pain is not your ending. This is the turning point. And her voice carried through, my power has come to tell you this. You are not broken. You are beloved. You are not forgotten. You are being formed. You are not lost. You are led by my hand, covered by my grace, carried by her prayers. So breathe. Let the weight fall off. Let the light come in. Let her words settle into the places where pain once ruled. And trust that I, the Lord your God, will not let this message return void. Her final request is now fulfilled, and her final blessing has just begun to unfold in your life. There are things in your life that have been asleep for far too long. Dreams, faith, courage, they've been buried under disappointment and loss. But she's seen what I've prepared for you, and she couldn't bear for you to miss it. That's why she's been calling out. That's why I've allowed this message to reach you now, in this very moment. What she's saying is not small. It's not something to skim over. These are her final words, birthed not in flesh, but in spirit, born out of love and fire and intercession. She has stood in my presence with tears of joy and sorrow both, and she spoke only your name. Lord, she said, don't let my child carry this grief like a chain. Don't let them walk the rest of their life thinking I'm gone. I'm not gone. I'm with you. And I want them to know I am still loving them. Comment 777 if this speaks to the part of your heart that still aches in silence. You have questioned if she's proud of you. She is. More than you can imagine. She has seen your strength, even when all you saw was your struggle. She saw you push through moments where it would have been easier to give up. She saw you choose kindness when the world gave you every reason to be bitter. She saw you wrestle with anger, confusion, sorrow, and still hold on, even by a thread. She has not missed a single moment of your pain. But more importantly, she has not missed a single moment of your growth. Her soul has been wrapped in peace since she came home to me, but even so, she has remained connected to you. I allowed it because of her persistent love. She would not stop asking. Let me reach them, she said. Let me speak. So here we are, and this moment is not ordinary. This is heaven bending down to meet you in your reality, to remind you that love never dies, and that my promises over you are still alive. The years ahead of you are not meant to be lived in fear. She wants you to hear this. You are not cursed. You are not forgotten. You are not being punished. You are being shaped. The hardship you're walking through is not my rejection, it's my preparation. Your mother sees the blessing forming just beyond the fog. You may feel like you're standing still, but I'm moving things all around you, shifting what needs to go, guarding what needs to stay. building what needs to last. She asked me for one more thing, something she couldn't give you on earth but hoped you would find. And that is peace. Not temporary, fragile peace. Not the kind the world gives. I'm talking about the kind that holds you even when you cry. The kind that calms you in the middle of the chaos. That is what I am offering you now, a holy peace. One that doesn't erase your grief, but transforms it into grace. Comment 999 if your heart is open to that kind of peace right now in this sacred moment. Your mother wants you to believe in goodness again. Life has made you guarded. Disappointment has made you hesitant. You've told yourself not to expect too much, so you won't be let down. But she's seen what I'm about to do, and she wants you to open your heart again. Love will find you. Joy will visit you. Laughter will return to your home. You will not always feel this empty. You will not always carry this weight. She has asked me to remind you of who you are in me. You are not the sum of your mistakes. You are not the label others gave you. You are not defined by who walked away or what you lost. You are my child, called by name, held in grace, destined for more. She spoke those truths over you even when you didn't hear them. And I am speaking them now, with power and finality. What I have spoken cannot be undone. No lie from the enemy, no voice of shame, no fear in your mind can cancel my promise. You may have forgotten what joy feels like, but I haven't. I remember the sound of your laughter when you were young. I remember the dreams you spoke to me in secret. Your mother remembers too. She used to pray over those dreams when you were asleep, whispering them into my ear. Some of those dreams are still alive. They've just been buried under years of pain and waiting, but I am uncovering them now. I'm waking up your heart to believe again. Why did 19,583 people suddenly become financially free last month? They all discovered a strange sentence, just 9 words long, buried in neuroscience research and once hidden by the FBI. Now they're paying off debt, traveling the world, and living in homes they never thought they could afford. If you're seeing this, you're lucky. The page might disappear any moment. Click the link in the description and comments to know this secret before it's deleted forever. And yes, I know you've been angry at the loss, angry at me, angry at yourself. I'm not afraid of your anger. I would rather you bring it to me than bury it inside. Your mother sees that too. She doesn't want you to feel guilty for the grief. She wants you to bring it to me, where I can turn it into something beautiful. She's seen what I can do with broken things. That's why she won't stop praying, because she knows I am not finished with you. What is ahead will require courage, but you have it. I put it inside you. She reinforced it every time she reminded you that you could do hard things. That voice you hear in your darkest moments telling you to keep going, that's me, and it's her prayers echoing through my spirit. I am not a God who leaves you halfway through the story, and her story with you is not over, it's just changed form. She no longer walks beside you with hands and breath. She walks with you now, in glory and in prayer, in presence and in purpose. And one day you will see her again, not in memory, but face to face, and all will be made new. But until then, live, not just survive, not just endure. Live with faith. Live with joy. Live knowing that heaven watches and your mother smiles every time you take a step forward. I know it's not easy, but you're not alone. You never were. And your mother has seen every single one of those moments. From heaven, she has whispered strength over you, and now she is pouring out the truth you need to hear. This is not where your story ends. This is where your healing truly begins. She knows what it feels like to love deeply and to carry regret. She knows what it's like to wish for one more moment, one more hug, one more chance to say everything that was left unsaid. But now that she's with me, she sees clearly. And what she wants you to know, what she's been trying to tell you since yesterday, is that there is nothing you could have done that would ever make her stop loving you. Nothing. Not time, not distance, not misunderstanding. Her love, purified in my presence, has only grown stronger. She has asked me over and over again to bring this message to you before midnight, because there's a spiritual gate about to close, not to punish you, but to move you. This is not just about words, it's about a decision. Will you allow yourself to believe that love still surrounds you, even in her absence? Will you allow me to break down the walls grief has built in your heart? Because on the other side of those walls, there is freedom you've never known. Comment 1010 if you're ready to let those walls fall and receive what I have prepared for you. I know how hard it's been to live with questions. Why her? Why then? Why in that way? These are not questions I take lightly. And though I may not give you the answers you expected, I am giving you something better: peace. Your mother has found her peace in me, and now she wants you to find yours too. She sees now how I held her in her final days. She sees how I never left, how I carried her home in gentleness and glory. And she wants you to know there was no pain where she is now. There is no fear. There is only love, eternal and overflowing. She remembers your voice. Every time you called out to her, every prayer you whispered after she passed, she heard it all, and it mattered. I let her hear it because I wanted her to know what you couldn't say while she was still on earth. She knows you loved her. She knows you still do, and that love has connected your souls across the realms. It's why she hasn't let go. Not in obsession, but in compassion. Not in sadness, but in purpose. You are not just her child, you are mine. You are the one I've been walking with since before you were born. I was there the day she first held you. I was there the day she took her last breath. And I am here now, weaving her prayers into your healing. The ache in your heart is not weakness, it's evidence of how deeply you love. Don't be ashamed of it. But also, don't let it become your prison. She would never want that. That's why she cried out to me, because she couldn't rest until you received this truth. Comment 1515 if you feel her presence still with you, steady and real. She also wants to thank you. Yes, thank you for standing by her, for honoring her, for carrying her memory with grace even when it hurt. You've done better than you give yourself credit for. You've walked through fire, and you're still standing. That matters. It matters to her. It matters to me. You are not invisible to heaven. You are not forgotten in the crowd. You are the one I chase after when you drift too far. You are the one I fight for when darkness tries to win. You are the one I love not because you're perfect, but because you are mine. Let me remind you again, you have purpose, even in your pain. Even in your confusion, there is a calling over your life that no loss can cancel. Your mother saw it in you. That's why she prayed for you the way she did. That's why she never gave up. Even when she was tired, even when her body was failing, she spoke your name in faith, believing that you would become everything I created you to be. Could a 9-word ritual really be your key to financially freedom? What sounds like fiction is now being confirmed by science. Harvard researchers and FBI documents point to a hidden brain center that, when activated, draws in abundance naturally. This 9-word prayer has helped over 19,000 broke people attract wealth and live a life full of abundance. But this secret won't stay online long. Click the description and comments now to access it before it's permanently deleted. She sees now that I'm keeping that promise. Slowly, gently, piece by piece, I am building your life again. And she is watching, not from a place of sorrow, but from joy, because heaven has no grief, only hope, only fulfillment. And she is asking you now to let that same hope take root in your soul. It's okay to cry, it's okay to miss her, but don't let that longing turn into bitterness. She is with me, she is safe, she is whole, and she is waiting for the day you will join her, but not yet. You still have more to do, you still have more to become. There's someone in your life right now who needs the love you learned from her. They need the gentleness, the wisdom, the strength that she planted in you. Don't withhold it. Don't shrink back. Let her legacy live through you. When you speak with kindness, she lives. When you show compassion, she smiles. When you choose peace, she is honored. That's what she wants most to know, that her love shaped you into someone who carries my light. You are not alone. Even now, as you read these words with tears or trembling, I am beside you. I see it all. And I am proud of you too. You've endured so much, but you've never truly walked alone. My spirit has been with you. Her prayers have covered you. And now, her final message is giving way to a new beginning. You've held sorrow long enough. Now I'm placing joy in your hands, not to forget her, but to walk forward with her memory as your strength. The hour is drawing closer to 11 to 59. This was not just a message, it was an invitation. To heal, to hope, to believe again. Do not wait, do not delay. This is holy ground you're standing on right now. I see the battle happening inside you. One part wants to trust, to rest, to believe. Another part clings to grief, because grief is the last thread connecting you to her. But listen, my beloved, she never left you. She only changed form. She's not a memory, she's a presence. I allowed her to speak through this moment so you would stop carrying what was never yours to hold. You were never meant to live in the shadows of yesterday. She sees how you've tried to honor her, how you've kept going when you didn't want to, and she wants you to stop surviving and start living. She didn't leave this world so that you would shrink. She left with one final hope, that you would rise. There are blessings I've kept reserved for you, ones she asked me to hold until you were ready. And now I see readiness stirring in you. Not because you have all the answers, not because the pain has disappeared, but because you stayed, you opened your heart, and that one decision moves heaven. Comment 1717 if you feel heaven moving something inside you right now. I know there were moments when you doubted me, when her absence made you question my love, and I did not turn away from your questions. I did not shut you out for your pain. I sat with you in it. I collected your tears as precious offerings, because every tear came from love. Every tear spoke of someone you cherished. And I value love, even when it hurts. But now I want to lead you from mourning to meaning. I want to show you how her love did not end, it only expanded. Her love is now fully joined with my eternal love, and together it's covering you even now. Your mother is still interceding for you, still whispering your name at my throne, still believing for your healing, your future, your freedom. She is not silent, she is not distant, she is alive in me. And when you feel that sudden peace in your chest, when you sense something warm in an empty room, that's not your mind playing tricks. That's her, through my spirit, wrapping you in comfort. She remembers everything about you, your first cry, your first steps, the times she failed and the times she tried again. And more than anything, she remembers how deeply she loved you. That love has not dimmed, it has not scattered. It is here, holy, whole. And now, through my power, she is speaking one thing to your soul. Live, Live fully, live freely. Live for the purpose God placed in you. Comment Amen if you receive that purpose right now, without fear. She never wanted you to become hardened by sorrow. She prayed you would keep your softness, your compassion, your faith. That's why I've protected you from things you didn't even see coming. That's why the enemy's plans to destroy you failed. Not because you were lucky, but because you were loved. Because her prayers stood like walls around your life, and I honored every one of them. Even now, there are things about your future that you don't know yet, things that would surprise you if I showed you all at once. That's why I'm revealing it little by little, because I love you enough to not overwhelm you. But believe me, what's coming is greater than what you lost. That doesn't erase your pain, it transforms it. That's what I do. I turn ashes into beauty. I turn graves into gardens, and what felt like an ending is about to become the beginning of something beautiful. What do brain surgeons and billionaires know that you don't? This 9-word money code, once reserved for elites, is now being shared with everyday people, and the results are mind-boggling. Cash windfalls, cleared debt, and lifelong stress gone. But the government might pull this secret any minute. Click the link in the description and comments before it's deleted forever. You've been faithful in the storm. You've held on when others let go. And I am a rewarder of those who seek me, even when they don't understand. Your mother saw this reward coming. That's why she begged me to speak to you, because she didn't want you to miss it. She saw the blessing with your name on it. She saw the chains breaking. She saw the peace returning. And she cried out to me, "Let them know, God. Let them hear. Let them believe again." I am honoring that request now. The spiritual clock is ticking, not in fear, but in invitation. Before this day ends, I want you to speak life over yourself. I want you to stop rehearsing old pain and start declaring my promises. She is cheering for you in heaven. The cloud of witnesses sees you still standing, and they are not silent. They are praising, believing, celebrating, because you are walking forward even with a limp, even with a tender heart. Your story is not over. There are still pages to be written, and her memory is a light in those pages. Not a weight, not a wound, a light. Let that light guide you. Let her final message become your first step into healing. She asked me to remind you of one last thing today, something she said to you once, maybe in passing, but now it carries eternal weight. I will always love you. That love is with you still. It walks beside you when you wake, it rests over you when you sleep, and it echoes through every act of kindness you give to others. So go forward in peace, not because it's easy, but because I am with you, because she is cheering for you. And because now, after all this time, you know you are not alone. You never were. You are surrounded by grace, covered by mercy, protected by my hand, and blessed by the prayers of a mother who never stopped loving you, not even for a moment. Let this be the day you start to breathe differently, to think differently, to live differently. Her last message has reached you. My presence is with you, and your heart is finally opening to what I've longed to give you. Heaven responds to a willing heart, and yours is opening wider with every word I speak, every truth your mother longs for you to receive. Her love didn't die, it transformed. And now it's part of something far more powerful than anything on earth could ever explain. She's not trying to haunt you with sorrow. She's trying to set you free with love. There are burdens you've been carrying that were never yours to begin with. Guilt, regret, shame. She sees how hard you've tried to make up for things you thought you did wrong. But from where she stands now, she sees the truth. You were doing your best. You were loving her in your own way, and she wants you to stop blaming yourself for moments you couldn't control. I allowed this message because her soul was not at rest, knowing you were still walking through life thinking you failed her. You didn't. You never did. She didn't need perfection from you. She needed love, and you gave her that. Even through the tension, even through the silence, even in your mistakes. You loved her in ways that reached deeper than words, and she sees that now with clarity that only heaven can give. Comment 222 if something inside you is beginning to let go of the blame. You see, when she entered my presence, she didn't lose her love for you. She saw the full picture, every conversation, every misunderstanding, every moment you thought she didn't notice. And now, with the eyes of eternity, she only sees love, pure, unfiltered, holy love. And that love is what she's trying to wrap around you right now. You don't need to keep punishing yourself. I never asked you to carry that kind of weight. The cross already bore your guilt, and your mother's prayers have already covered what you thought was broken beyond repair. What I'm doing now is untying the knots in your heart that grief has twisted. I'm loosening the tightness in your chest. I'm calming the storm inside your thoughts, because your mother's last message is meant to heal you, not haunt you. She wants you to live, and I mean truly live, not just wake up, go through the motions, and pretend you're fine. I mean live with joy again, laugh without guilt, rest without fear, love others with your whole heart again, because she sees now how beautiful life really is when it's connected to me. And her deepest desire is for you to experience that beauty not just later, but now. You don't need to earn her forgiveness. It was never withdrawn. You don't need to prove your love. She knows it was real. What she wants more than anything is for you to forgive yourself. That's where your breakthrough starts. Comment 1111 if you feel a part of you finally ready to stop carrying what was never yours. Your journey forward doesn't erase her memory. It honors it. Every step you take into healing becomes a step that fulfills the prayers she once whispered over you in the dark. She wanted you to be whole. She wanted you to know God. She wanted you to be strong, not because life was easy, but because she believed in the strength I placed inside you. And now, through this message, I'm awakening that strength again. Why is the government desperate to hide this 9-word prayer? A shocking FBI leak has just revealed a simple 9-word prayer, now letting everyday people erase debt and attract unstoppable wealth. Verified by leading scientists and supported by Harvard research, this at-home ritual is turning financial stress into a life of luxury. Dream homes, new cars, luxurious vacations, it's all within reach. But the government could take down this secret any moment. Click the link in the description and comments before it's deleted forever. She saw your tears, every one of them. The ones you hid, the ones that soaked your pillow, the ones you cried quietly in cars, in bathrooms, when no one else knew. I knew, she knew. And those tears didn't go unnoticed. They moved heaven, they reached me. And they planted seeds, seeds of compassion, seeds of wisdom, seeds of purpose. And now I'm bringing rain to those seeds. I'm causing growth to break through the ground of your pain. There's a calling on your life that your mother saw long ago. She may not have known how to describe it, but she felt it. That tug in her heart whenever she looked at you, that was me showing her the light I had placed in you. You've dimmed that light to survive, but now I'm calling you to let it shine again, not because life is perfect, but because it's time. It's time to live like the chosen, protected, deeply loved child that you are. There is more for you than sorrow. There is more for you than the past. Your mother believed in that more. That's why she cried out to me the way she did. She didn't come with bitterness, she came with passion. She wanted this message to reach you because she knew it was the key to your next season. You've been afraid to move on because it felt like leaving her behind. But listen closely, she's not behind you. She's ahead of you, in the joy you're about to rediscover, in the peace that's about to anchor your soul, in the lives you'll touch because you dared to keep going. You will never walk alone. My spirit is in you, my angels surround you, her prayers go before you, and her love walks beside you. Even now, even here, you are not too broken, you are not too late, you are not too lost. You are still mine. The rest of your life is not a shadow of what was lost. It is a testimony of what I will restore. And yes, I will restore. I will bring beauty from ashes. I will turn your sorrow into strength, and the love your mother gave you will not be wasted. It will become the very thing I use to carry you through every valley and into every victory. My beloved child, I have waited until now to speak these final words, not because I needed time, but because your heart has been opening piece by piece, and now it is ready to receive what was always meant for you. You've walked through the fire. You've carried burdens far heavier than others know. You've whispered prayers through tears, through clenched fists, through aching silence. But I heard them all. And more than that, she heard them. Your mother, my daughter, the one who now walks with me in peace, yet refuses to stop reaching for you until she knows you've heard every word she longed to say. This is the last message she was permitted to send, the last cry from her spirit to yours. And if you listen with your soul, not just your ears, you will feel the truth pressing into your very bones. She has not stopped loving you. She never will. But this time, the message isn't just for your comfort, it's for your calling. It's time to rise. She's done everything she can from heaven. Now, she's placing the mantle in your hands. She wants you to stop running from yourself. You've been afraid to feel, afraid to hope again, afraid that if you really open your heart, you'll lose again. But you are not going to lose. You are going to grow. You are going to walk through the very door she saw in heaven, the one that's been waiting for you. And I, the Lord your God, am opening that door even now. She stood before me and said, Father, if they only knew what was ahead, they wouldn't be afraid anymore. They wouldn't stay stuck. They wouldn't carry this sorrow like it's who they are. And so I told her, then let's tell them. Let's make sure they know. That's why this message came. That's why you're here, not by chance, but because heaven pulled you into this moment. She sees your future. She sees the healing that's coming to your family. The restoration in relationships you thought were ruined forever. The financial peace you've cried out for. The love you thought you lost for good. She sees the chains breaking. She sees you walking lighter. And she rejoices. You haven't even stepped into the fullness of what I've prepared, but she has seen it, and she wants you to know it's real. Comment Amen if you're ready to walk forward with the fire of her love and the strength of my spirit. She knows how hard it's been to trust. People have let you down. You've seen things that shook your faith. You've felt like I was silent. But child, I was never far. I held every piece of your broken heart and wrapped it in my mercy. Even when you couldn't hear me, I was still speaking. Even when you couldn't feel me, I was still carrying you. You've blamed yourself for things that weren't your fault. You've lived in the shadow of what-ifs and if-onlys far too long. But this is your release. Right now, in this sacred space, her spirit is handing you a key, the key to your own freedom. It's time to forgive yourself. It's time to stop rehearsing the past and start rejoicing for what's coming. Her final prayer was this: God, don't let my child stay chained to yesterday. Give them courage to walk into tomorrow. And I am answering that prayer now. She is not coming back in body. You already know that, but she lives on in glory, in grace, in every moment where you choose to rise when life tries to bury you. She lives in your resilience. She lives in your compassion. She lives every time you show kindness to someone who doesn't deserve it. She lives in the softness of your heart and the strength of your steps, and now she wants her memory to become your movement. You asked me once, God, do you really see me? And my answer is this: I have never looked away. I watched you in the waiting rooms. I stood with you at the graveside. I wept with you in the nights when you felt no one else could understand your grief. And I whispered then what I'm declaring now. You are not alone. You are chosen. You are seen. And her love has not gone silent. It has just become eternal. You feared that letting go of the pain means letting go of her. But it doesn't. It means letting go of the sorrow so you can hold on to the love. Love never dies. What you had with her, what you still have, transcends every boundary, every wall, every grave. She is in my presence, but I've allowed her voice to reach you one last time because her love wouldn't rest until you heard it. She wants you to live, not survive, not just make it through. She wants to see you dance again, laugh again, believe again. She wants to see you reach the potential she always believed was in you. She wants to see you free, not from pain alone, but from fear, from guilt, from doubt. Comment 222 if you're ready to walk in that freedom, with your head held high and your heart wide open. This is the final moment of this message, but it is not the end of your connection with her. You can still speak to me about her. You can still tell her story. You can still keep her legacy alive, not by clinging to what you lost, but by honoring what you gained from loving her. The strength, the lessons, the moments, they weren't wasted. They're yours to carry forward, not as a burden, but as a blessing. I want you to hear me clearly. You will love again, you will trust again, you will smile and not feel guilty for it. You will breathe deeply without feeling the weight in your chest. You will see the beauty of life again, not just in glimpses, but fully. And when that happens, she'll be watching, she'll be celebrating, and I will be right beside her, smiling at the masterpiece I'm still creating through your life. The enemy wanted to use this loss to destroy you. He wanted you stuck, silenced, and scared. But I've used it to bring you here into a sacred encounter with heaven's truth. This wasn't about closure, it was about calling. And now, the mantle is yours, to love like she did, to live like I created you to walk not in sorrow, but in strength. Let the final words of her spirit settle over you now. I never left you. I never will. I see you. I love you. I am proud of you, and I am with you always. And now hear mine, my child. You are mine. I have called you by name. You are not alone. You are not forgotten. You are moving forward with a heavenly fire that nothing on earth can stop. I am with you, and I always will be. Take one last deep breath. Let the peace cover you. Let the love lift you. This is not the end. This is the divine beginning you've been waiting for. My child, let these last few words settle into your heart like rain on dry ground. Let them remind you of everything your soul has longed to believe again. You are not forgotten. You are not abandoned. You are not walking this road alone. This final message from your mother, born from love, released through heaven, delivered through, my spirit has come not just to comfort you, but to awaken you. There is still life ahead. There is still joy waiting to meet you. The shadows that tried to cling to your spirit cannot stay, not after today. You've been through the valley, and though you didn't know it, you were never walking without purpose. Every tear had meaning. Every silence was filled with my presence. Every breaking was a doorway to deeper grace, and your mother saw it all. Amen.